Well, we made it to the bye week. After one more tough test in the Los Angeles Rams coming up all the way from the sunshine of Los Angeles to the frozen tundra of Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Packers got it done by a really weird-looking score of 36-28, but nonetheless, the Packers did a good job. They buckled down, played really well on both sides of the football, really. It's not so much so on special teams. We'll get to that in a little bit. But the offense did really well. The defense did really well, except for a couple of breakdowns. There were some things that the offense certainly could have done better. There's some things that the Packers could have done a little bit better on defense as well. But it was a very good, complete game from all three phases of the Green Bay Packers team. And that's what the resiliency of this team and the hard fight with a very banged-up team coming into this game. They were warriors yet again and came out on top with a good 36-28 victory over the Los Angeles Rams here at Lambeau Field today. Let's see. To break things down, I'll go over the stats right here, and then I'll get to the main meat of the conversation and let things flow the way they go. Starting off with Aaron Rodgers battling a broken toe, not COVID toe. That was a joke. He completed 28 of 45, 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in the ground game, he also ran for a touchdown. That was the very first touchdown of the game, where he ran from 1 yard out. And then it was A.J. Dillon leading the way with 20 carries for 69 yards. Aaron Jones, welcome back. Got limited touches in this game, where he only got 10 carries for 23 yards. And then it was Devontae Adams leading the Packers at receiving for 104 yards on 8 catches. Randall Cobb in the first half, before going out with a groin injury, was on fire, catching 4 passes for 95 yards and a touchdown. Marquez getting 4 catches for 50. Some of those were on dig routes. And then A.J. Dillon catching some swing passes, 5 for 21 and a touchdown. And then not too much to speak of with Allen and DeGuara getting 2 catches each for 13 yards. Equanius a catch. And Mercedes Lewis with 2 catches for 4 yards. That's how things went with the receiving game. There was a couple of fumbles in the game, one by Big Dog, one that Randall lost. That was not really a fumble, it was a muffed punt, and that was really how it went for the Packers offensively. Defensively, the player of the game probably goes to Rasul Douglas for the pick 6. That happened in the fourth quarter, where he picked off Matt Stafford. He undercut the route, picked it off, and ran and hightailed it 33 yards to the right corner of the end zone for the Packers, taking a big surmountable lead up until the Rams came storming back after being able to make some plays on defense of their own. For the Packers defense, 1 sack by Kenny Clark, and then 1 sack fumble by Rashawn Gary that set up the Packers touchdown by Aaron Rodgers. Now we get to the not-so-good portion of the Packers, which was special teams, where Mason Crosby, he made the field goals when he needed to. And just at the end of the game, there was one last field goal that he just hit the left upright again, and he was 3 of 4 today with his long being 45. That was a 42 that he missed. That's how things went down for the Packers, stats-wise. And let's see, I want to really get to the main points right now. Very good performance by the offense. The Packers are doing what they need to do now, which is get more yards on offense, score more points. We put together another 30-plus point game. Probably could have been 39 points. Probably could have been a little bit more had there been a holding call in the end zone on Randall Cobb that had been called. That would have set up the Packers for a 1st and goal at the 1 yard line. That right there probably could have been where the Packers may have been able to score 40-plus points in this game against a pretty good, solid Rams defense. But I'm glad we were able to come away with a 30-plus point game, and we scored enough points that needed to win the game, and that's what really matters. The defense, again, shows to me that they are a very good defense. Don't let that one game against the Minnesota Vikings disappoint you. That was an outlier for the season, where Justin Jefferson was just having a crazy game. It was hard to stop him. But the Packers did a very good job of clamping down on the Rams wide receivers. The two touchdowns, those were given up deep where there was no safety help because the safeties wound up taking the underneath routes and double covering Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson whenever they were double covered. The first one to Van Jefferson, obviously Darnell was working on Cooper Kupp, and that's what left Chandon Sullivan one-on-one, and that's why he just got beat by Van Jefferson, and Jefferson just took off to the end zone for the first touchdown by the Rams. The second one to Beckham was, I'm not sure who was covering him. I believe it was Rasul. Adrian Amos got caught up and kind of bit on an underneath route, and then Rasul was beaten one-on-one by Beckham, and then that's how he was able to gallop all the way to the end zone on those deep touchdown passes. Other than that, the Packers did a really good job on defense of clapping down on Matthew Stafford. Potentially could have picked him off not once, not twice, but 3 times. Eric Stokes dropped an interception, and there was one that was over Rasul's head, and that probably could have been intercepted, but it would have been a tough catch either way. But the Packers, from what I know, is that this team can stop teams from scoring points. They can stop the pass. They can stop the run. They could be better, of course. So that is what I have for this Packer game. A very good win here at home, bouncing back after a loss at a division foe's den, and being able to get back to a 9-3, getting back on the winning column, and being able to get to a 9-3 record and have a shot to be able to take the number 1 seed again. It'll probably be after the bye week, because since now we've gotten to the bye week, I think I'm probably going to take the week off as well, because I've got some things to do. I've got some interviews to do, and I got some other projects going on, so I'm going to be pretty busy. And that has been the norm for the past couple of weeks. Has been pretty busy, but of course I'm going to be staying on top of things, and I will probably jot some things down in the community tab for any things like that, like polls and stuff. Videos, probably not so much, because I'm probably just going to be too busy this upcoming week. And this is probably just about right to be able to take a little bit of a bye week after having a somewhat exhausting past couple of weeks, pretty much like how it has been for the Packers. And with that, I'll catch you guys later for another one. Go Pack, go!